Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl Ty. Today is Monday, July 29th, and this is the weekend's news. All right, so those of us who know how Beyonce gets down know that there's never a Beyonce single that's just a single that's going to live in the world by itself as a single solitary song. And so, on the heels of Black Parade, this weekend we got the trailer for what seems to be one of those three Disney projects that we heard about Beyonce working on. Remember a couple weeks ago, when everybody was upset because they thought that Beyonce was about to star as Storm in the next X-Men movie? We knew that wasn't happening. But what we have now is a new visual album / short film that's dropping on Disney Plus on July 31st, and it is called Black is King. It is a film that seems to be based on the music from The Gift, the companion album that Beyonce brilliantly put together to go along with The Lion King last year. So that project featured appearances by Hove and Kendrick and Tierra Whack, St. John, as well as Blue Ivy herself. But Beyonce also used it to introduce mainstream audiences to a few African artists, including people who are more, well-known, like Mr. Easy and Techno. Tiwa Savage had a song on there, but she also had Moonchild Sanelli on there, and Shatta Wale, who appeared on my absolute favorite song of 2019, which is Already from that same project. So now we are getting Black is King. Seems to be kind of based on the same concept as the song Already. No details really about that, just kind of this cryptic-y trailer that Beyonce released, and you can find that on Beyonce.com or on YouTube, and the full thing will be out on July 31st. I'm assuming on Disney Plus as well as Tidal if it's a visual album, right? Michael B. Jordan is partnering with Prime Video to curate a series of summer drive-in screenings through his company, which is called Outlier Society. So the project or the series is called A Night at the Drive-In, and it's going to consist of nationwide screenings featuring a selection of multicultural releases. They said that, but it's really a bunch of Black movies and crazy rich Asians and Hook thrown in there. I'm just keeping it real, you guys. So the first movie event is this Wednesday, July 1st, and that's going to feature Love and Basketball and Crazy Rich Asians. And the theme is movies to make you fall in love, because each of the 5 nights that they're doing has a different theme. The series also includes screenings of Coming to America, Do the Right Thing, Hook, Black Panther, and of course Creed, because it's Michael B. Jordan's thing. Why wouldn't he put his 2 movies in there, right? So like I said, not a whole lot of variety, but it's a bunch of different themes. The last of the screenings is on August 26th. If you're watching this in Atlanta, sorry guys, we don't get a screening. The closest to us is in Augusta. And unfortunately, there isn't like a smart URL or like a really easy link that I can give you guys to take you to, the full list of movies or the full list of cities where it's screening. But you can either search A Night at the Drive-In and Michael B. Jordan, or you can go to my Twitter, and I've put the link there for you guys. All right. Speaking of Prime, the anti-hero / superhero genre spoof series, The Boys, is coming back to Prime Video on September 4th. However, rather than to drop the whole season at once like they did with season 1, this time Amazon is going to be dropping the first 3 episodes on September 4th, and then each subsequent episode will be released on Fridays through October 9th. The reason why they're doing it that way is because last year, somehow the show didn't really pick up until the full thing was already, until a couple weeks after it was released. So this year, I guess they're trying to kind of build up that momentum. While you wait for the show to come back, if you've already watched it and you're already a fan, there is a virtual panel with the showrunner as well as the cast that's available on Prime now and is moderated by Patton Oswalt. And if you're not a fan, but you're into that kind of, anti-hero kind of superhero with a twist kind of vibe, you should definitely check that out. Okay, guys, if you hadn't heard yet, Yeezy is coming to the Gap. Yes, the man and the brand. So on Friday, Kanye went on a little tweet fest announcing the partnership with the Gap. For the sake of this collab, they are branding Yeezy as YZY, to kind of look like the Gap GAP, so it's YZY. And he shared a photo of what the collection is going to look like. It's a little less homelessy than the other stuff that he's released. I know that's not nice, but y'all know what I mean. Like, it's a little less post-apocalyptic. That's a better phrase. He then announced a new Yeezy Supply documentary, and then he said that the new Yeezy foam runners, you know, the ones that look like the shoe covers that people put on when they come service your house, but post-apocalyptic also, I guess. Like, they're weird plasticky looking ones. He announced a new release of those. Then he announced that there's a Dr. Dre version of Jesus is King, as well as a Jesus is King film that's on Apple. Then he announced a video for Wash Us in the Blood, which is directed by Arthur Jaffa, which is the artist that I told you guys about on Friday that had the short film that was based on Ultralight Beam. So he shot a video for Wash Us in the Blood. And then he announced a Kids See Ghosts cartoon, which he's doing in partnership with Murakami. And out of all of those things, had I not read his tweet, I would have only heard about The Gap. So, you know, everybody was talking about it on Friday, not only because he announced it and it was, you know, I guess a big deal fashion-wise, but also because within hours of him making that announcement, The Gap stock went up by 42%. And he also finally officially released the video for Spaceships, which is the song in which he famously talked about working in The Gap. You know, the video has been floating around the internet for a couple of years. I thought that what Kanye was going to release was going to be some new shit, but it's the same one that's been floating on the internet since like 01. Well, maybe not 01 because I don't think the song was out yet. Right. Anyway, it's been on YouTube for a minute, but now it's official and it's on Kanye's website. And all of those things, he hashtagged West Day Ever. June 26th. He hadn't tweeted since like March. Either he hadn't tweeted or maybe he deleted all his tweets. I don't know. As for the Kids See Ghosts cartoon, they released a trailer, which you can find on Kanye's Twitter feed as well as on YouTube. And it finds Kanye playing Kanye Bear, same bear character we've been seeing for all these years, and Kid Cudi playing Kid Fox. And I watched the trailer, and I really can't tell you guys what the movie's about. I really could not get it. It's on some anime shit. That's all I got. On some borderline kid horror adventure. Yeah, there's really no plot description that I can give you. And it does not have a release date either. It just says coming soon. So y'all keep an eye out for that. And finally, here's a little fun something to kick off your week. So are you familiar with the platform Quibi? It's like a short form mobile video platform that launched a couple of years ago, but has gotten a lot of attention recently because like they did a partnership with J-Lo and they did another one with not Sophia Richie, the other one, Nicole Richie. Well, they have tapped a star-studded cast of celebrities to remake The Princess Bride, but the idea is that a bunch of pairs of celebrities shot different scenes from the movie at home on their phones with things like a corgi playing the giant rats from that scene in the swamp, or a sword fight where like all the swords are actually umbrellas. And so everybody is swapping who's playing the character, swapping roles. So they have Common playing Wesley at one point and Tiffany Haddish playing Princess Buttercup. But then there's another scene where Joe Jonas plays Princess Buttercup and his wife Sophie Turner, who played Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones, she's playing Wesley. And then there's another scene where Jack Black plays Wesley in the part where he challenged Inigo Montoya to the sword fight. But the swords, like I said, are umbrellas. So who else is in there? Taika Waititi is in there. Keegan-Michael Key's in there. Hugh Jackman, Neil Patrick Harris, Zazie Beetz, even Fresh Savage, who of course played the grandson in the original movie, comes back and plays the grandson again in this little remake situation that you can only watch on Quibi. It sounds super campy and super cheesy, but also super fun, and it is for a good cause. It is a benefit for World Central Kitchen, which is a nonprofit created by Chef Jose Andres. And it is a nonprofit that has been helping to provide meals for people during the COVID pandemic. So if you have Quibi, check it out. If you don't have Quibi, this might be the reason to check out Quibi. I might. Princess Bride is my favorite movie. If you want to see the original though, if you kind of miss the original, that's on Disney Plus also. That's going to do it for me today, you guys. Make sure you comment, share, DM me your tips or your feedback, and make sure you come back tomorrow for today's news.